I know that this sounds absolutely crazy, but it is lawful to travel by air with a firearm. But it does require a little bit of research and pre-planning. In this section, we're going to discuss the TSA's policy for legally transporting a firearm on an airplane, your airline's policy, the laws of your final destination, and finally, the step-by-step process that you must follow to avoid going to prison. The first thing you need to know before attempting to transport a firearm on an airplane is the TSA's policy. The firearm must be unloaded and placed in a hard plastic or metal case that cannot be easily pried open. The case must be locked with a combination or key lock. It's also important to note that you must have locks for each place your gun case allows them. Firearm magazines, whether they're loaded or unloaded, and ammunition must be included within the hard case containing your unloaded firearm. Section 49 of the Code of Federal Regulations, 175.10, states that the ammunition must be packaged in the original packaging, or it must be in a case specifically designed to hold ammunition. Surprisingly, you can travel with up to 11 pounds of ammunition. I'm not sure why or how they came up with this number, but that's the rule. Next, you need to research the firearm transportation policies for your airline. Sometimes your airline's policies will be stricter than the TSA guidelines. I also recommend that you print a copy of the TSA firearm transportation policy and your airline's policy before heading to the airport. I have heard countless stories of airline workers not understanding their policies and calling airport police when someone declares that they have a firearm in their luggage. We definitely don't want that happening to us. Finally, you need to research the firearm and ammunition laws of your final destination. If you have a Florida concealed weapons permit and you're traveling to a reciprocal state, you know that the process will be relatively easy. However, if your final destination is not a reciprocal state, you need to exercise a lot of caution. California, Illinois, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Massachusetts have some of the strictest firearm laws in the nation, and they love to issue weapons violation fines. Whichever state you're traveling to, make sure you complete your research. Do not wing it. You need to know the laws before your trip begins. If you're traveling outside of the United States, you must research the firearm importation laws of the country you are going to visit, as well as the U.S. Customs and Border Protection guidelines for the temporary exportation of a firearm. When you arrive at the airport, you must immediately declare your firearm to your airline or TSA personnel, whichever comes first. The way I like to do this is by asking for a firearms declaration card. This is a subtle way of informing the individual that I have a firearm. You want to avoid saying something like, "I have a gun." This could cause a lot of confusion. Once you've declared your firearm and received your boarding pass, you will be escorted to a TSA inspection area, where one of two things is going to happen. Either a TSA agent will run your bag through a metal detector and give you the all clear, or the TSA agent will request your keys to unlock and physically inspect your firearm. They will run chemical swabs and ensure the firearm is being transported according to federal law. Once the inspection is complete, you will be free to leave. I'm sure you can understand that it's important to give yourself a little bit of extra time so that you don't miss your flight. After your flight, you will pick up your luggage from the baggage service office of your airline. Here, they will verify your ID and release the firearm to you. All in all, the process is super simple if you're prepared.